Hey all, this is Stephanie with Energy Aligns, and this is my Thursday Tarot Insight. I'm an energetic intuitive, and every Thursday I pick one tarot card to highlight and harness the energy of the collective. And then I talk about how, as individuals, we can tap into the energy of this card in order to create more self-awareness about how to move and flow with these times. Okay. So the card I pulled for this week is the Hierophant card. This is the 5 in the major arcana. So I encourage you to pause the video, take a look at this card, intuit what you intuit from it before I ramble on about the collective energy I gained from looking at this card. So the major arcana cards in the tarot are about big cycles that we're going through, whether it's as a collective or as an individual, as opposed to the minor arcana are more kind of day-to-day, flowing through different cycles within a week or a day or a year. These are bigger energies here. So the energy of the Hierophant card is really about repose, resting with authority and very clear knowing. You could see right here. Okay, this card has a lot of things going on in it, but it is not about movement. Nothing's moving in this card. You can clearly see that. Everybody's kind of static. So what is this card about? What is the Hierophant about? So the Hierophant is really about taking stock, but it's not like making lists or getting things in order or moving around action-oriented. Again, this card is not about movement. The collective energy of this card is telling us to take a look at how we are balanced, how we perceive even we are balanced, how we really look at ourselves, our life, our society, our systems, and ask, what do I think and feel about all this? To really acknowledge, oh, we have contributed to this and really not much to that. And some of these structures are standing and some are really breaking down, right? So to ask honestly and with as much neutrality, to really ask with neutrality, what is all of this? What is all this really about? What is all this stuff we created really about? And so right now we may be feeling like, ooh, I think I can just kind of let that go. Or, oh geez, I really have just let that go. But meaning I haven't really paid much attention to that. Collectively, we haven't paid much attention to that, for instance. And so we're all seeing more so than ever, right? Just behind the curtains of things these days, like the governments and systems especially. So what is being shown in this card is to say, oh, I see here that things aren't working, but it doesn't mean that we just hold tight to them or hold tight to all of the old ways in order to kind of hold it all together for fear that it may crumble. But it also doesn't mean that we just allow it all to crumble and start over from scratch, right? Neither one of these is a very healthy way to go about it. So we need to sit back to ask ourselves collectively, what do we want to bring with us? And you know, when we say that, what do we want to bring with us? We can allow the other energies to kind of fall away. And it doesn't mean that they're just going to swiftly and gently or quietly fall away necessarily. But when we are focusing on what is good and what is working, it makes it a bit smoother and easier. And most importantly, it makes it very clear. It makes things very clear so that working energies can move along with us into the new as the old falls away. So this energy is asking us to sit back, to assess a bit, and it is hard right now when there's a lot of chaos and fear energy swirling around, making us confused. So we do have to solve things, right? But what do we have to solve now? We don't have to solve it all now. We don't have to come up with all of it now. We don't have to answer it all now. The solutions must be now is kind of the feeling we have when we're in chaos and fear. And yeah, there are things that need our immediate attention and action. And let's be clear about what those are and do those things and act on those things and help with those things. So how can we use the energy of the Hierophant in our individual lives? So if you look really closely at this card, you can see that the Taurus symbols are here on the throne. So the Taurus symbol is really about the energy of the earth. So, earthly things day to day. So number one, how you can use this energy in your individual lives is to start asking or reflecting on your personal current reality. So your home life, your job, relationships, the daily earthly things. Reflecting and writing around what you may not be taking forward with you. What is working? What's not working? What you're not quite as sure of. Just getting some clarity around the things that are coming up when you reflect on that. And two, to acknowledge what you have built or grown or manifested or created in your life that is brilliantly working for you in present time of March 2025. Okay. And so number three, the way you can utilize this energy and perfect spring equinox card, which is today, right? It's all about really reflecting on the balance of energies, the light, the dark, the yin yang, the Ida Pingala, the masculine, feminine, the mem, shin. These are all different words to describe the oppositional energies that live within inside us and around us that we're always working to try to find balance with. So you see them in this card. And it's asking you to take stock on how things are kind of balanced in your life. How are things balanced? How are they not? To get down, and this is not to get down on yourself because things may be out of balance. Again, it's just to take stock and look. Look with as much neutrality at yourself as you can. Because what you have built is amazing. Who you are is amazing. And there's always room for growth. And when we can sit back a little and reflect and look at our systems, our internal systems or daily life systems, and kind of get a sense of where we're at with them. And you might say, hey, maybe this isn't going the way I want. Maybe this relationship isn't really moving in the way I want. Maybe it's not serving me. It doesn't mean to just burn it all to the ground, right? But it does mean that you can come up with solutions to balance it better for yourself and for the other person in a relationship. Same with a job. It might not be serving you in all the ways you want to be served by a job. And again, it doesn't mean just to go and quit your job, but it does mean to assess and take a look at how you can shift things for you. And ask, is this working for me? Can this be better? Can I make things work better for me here? Or do I have to leave and find somewhere else to work? And not all of your systems, just the ones that are kind of coming to your attention and awareness when you ask this of yourself, right? When you take a look. So you can look at all the intricacies of your life if you want. That's nice. But this for this moment, just the ones that stand out for you that are kind of highlighted when you ask yourself these questions, okay? So the Hierophant card, perfect card for today. Happy spring equinox, everybody. I hope you're really taking care of yourself and doing a practice of grounding every day or tuning into yourself, your energy, figuring out what your energy feels like, the space between all the things feels like. And if you're wanting guidance on this, I am sending out a newsletter every month this year. And those that sign up are getting this year a free guided meditation where we drop into a different energy center each time. And like I said, I don't send a lot of newsletters out, one time a month, nothing salesy. And I encourage you, if you are looking for some kind of a support, go ahead and email me at energyaligns23@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, energyaligns.com, or just message me here. Or if you know me, you can shoot me a message on my phone. And it's a good way to get some support around all the change and growth that's happening. Because here's the thing, we're all moving and expanding and growing. This is the nature of the collective. This is why I'm doing these collective readings, because it's time for us to understand that we are a part of the whole and we also are individuals, right? We have our free will. And by reflecting and looking internally at the energies that are moving for us, we're also reflecting that out onto the collective. So what do you want to see? How do you want to be? How do you want the world to go? And these are grand questions that are coming up to be answered. And they're not going to be solved today, tomorrow, or even this year. But when we start to move in the world of energy and start to relate to it, understand it, talk about it, use language around it, we are incorporating another element into the mix, which has a lot of power. Now, this element of energy has been here all along, and now we're starting to expand our awareness about it. And when we do that, there's not just black and white answers anymore. There's so much nuance and beauty and growth and possibility. Okay, so I'm wishing all of you so much love, lots of awareness for these times, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.